Hello and welcome back to the show. Last episode, we took a deep dive into the world of strength. We gave you the blueprint, the 101, everything that you need to be focusing on first as a beginner in strength training. Now, today is quite different, as you may see visually. If you're driving, keep your eyes on the road. If you're driving, you can hear that's Nav's jingly hat. Nav's actually wearing a Santa hat, and I'm wearing a... That's me flapping me jacket. It's a Christmas special. Woo!
Merry Christmas. Oh, that's the wrong one. No. No.
Woo!
No.
Woo!
Oh, wait. Hey. We'll take that.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the end of the year.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah. If you're new here, this is the Strength in Motion Show, an audio experience to bring education about helping you bring functional fitness and better routines into your life. We are a 24/7 gym based out of Midvale, Western Australia, and our goal is to make functional fitness practical and achievable for people who want to lift, move, and feel better without the classic, boring, and egotistical gym nonsense. If you do intend on lifting and moving better, well, you better start learning. If you want to get your head around the functional way more, you can start at the beginning of our podcast series, episode 1 to 5, in which we outlay the foundational pillars of movement, nutrition, sleep, and stress. Our YouTube channel is your next destination, with lessons and videos curated to further support your understanding on how you can train properly towards your goals. Not today, Bart, Nang, because... There's more about sharing the wrap-up of the year.
Yeah.
We do have a really cool kind of episode planned out. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be a cruisy one. We're nice and relaxed, so it's going to be fun. Put your feet up.
What?
Pour yourself a wine and a whatever else you have at Christmas, because it's Christmas time.
A turkey. Pour yourself a turkey.
Pour yourself a turkey and go cook yourself a
eggnog.
wine, an eggnog. And enjoy the show. We're going to touch base on some, some reflections and some things worth sharing, really, for the year from both of us.
Yeah.
And then we're going to share a couple of our best results from the gym from the year and give you a bit of an insight to what those people did, so that hopefully you can roll into the new year with a bit of an idea of what someone in maybe a similar position has done, so then hopefully you can get a similar result. So we want to celebrate those people. We haven't managed to capture everyone, but we've got enough people to share today, and I don't know, maybe share some security camera footage of people fucking around as well, which we've got handy. So
thankfully we have a lot of cameras around our gym.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I might try and get them in the background. Nav, start with you. What's your
the reflections of the year?
Yeah, how's your year been?
Yeah, great. Pretty solid year. Yeah, lots of lessons. We do a win, learn, stretch every single month as a team.
We do, yes.
So we discuss the wins of the previous month, the lessons, and what the stretches, what are the biggest challenges, and then we also goal set for the coming month. Mm-hmm. And we do that every single month. So what I just did for this podcast is I actually copy and pasted every single month into ChatGPT, and it's done my whole entire year for me, which is very cool. So I actually already gave it a run through, but my top wins for business for SMA, a record membership growth. So we peaked over 700 members. I think we achieved something close to 710 at one point. Peak.
We
maybe.
did, yes, we did.
And consistently held above 675 for most of the year. So that was awesome. That was a big win. Our retention is fantastic. We have a really good monthly churn rate, but we're trying to make that better, which is like a bit of a future goal. Successful challenge launches, weekly emails, and improved marketing strategies. So the way we communicate with our audience, and not from a place of trying to sell ourselves, but more so sharing information and value. So we're providing value to everyone that we can. And that's what we really pivoted to this year, I think, as SMA, as we really focus on how can we just drive more value. Even if someone isn't paying us for a service, how can we drive value to them? Also, so that one day they could be a paying customer, so then we could work and go further and get more results, because we want to get results. We want to be fantastic coaches, but just also to help those individuals that might not be able to see us or pay us, etc. So that was really cool. Personal levels, training consistency and strength improvements, monthly resets. So this 28-day challenge, monthly resets have been a big one as well. They've been fantastic for me. I've been really enjoying them. Jumping into the 28-day challenges with the members has been really enjoyable. I've really actually enjoyed that community aspect. What was that?
No, I just fucked my mic. It's all good enough.
You're messing around with something.
No, I knocked it, my ear dropped out, and I'm like, fuck. And then like I tried to fix it, and my ear dropped out.
Other personal levels, like, really found a lot of balance this year. We've been 9 years of business for SMA, and it's been pretty wild, especially with COVID. So a lot of personal time this year, because I've been able to take that, and I've been learning how to separate from being more doing the work to allowing other people to do the work, learning how to create systems and trust other people to implement them and make it their own as well has been new for me. You know, hiring more people and trusting people to do things so then I could focus my attention elsewhere has been new. And it's been a really good experience this year, which has created space as well to plan for Japan, which will go away to very soon, which I'm very excited for. And personal time, like playing Repo, playing games with the group, with friends. We went to Banff as well.
Yeah,
that was really cool. We went to the film festival. Yeah,
that was sick.
We did run at the Kokoda Trail. That was fun as well.
Yep.
My best mate had a baby, so I'm technically an uncle.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really exciting. So shout out to Elijah Timms, Mia and Dylan Timms. That's adorable to kind of like, to me, it feels like it's my first baby. You know what I mean? Like my first family baby, because they're pretty much family to me. And that was emotional and very exciting. Lots of wholesome trips, adventures, camping, stuff like that. Lots of lessons as well. So sleep, really focusing on sleep and my recovery. Marketing, learned lots about marketing, Pilates, anatomy, fascial training. They're big lessons this year. Also letting people down is part of growth in that as I put so much pressure on myself to try and serve as many people as I can. And there comes a point where I can't serve everyone, right? And there was a point there where I was kind of feeling guilty about not serving everyone all the time. I realized that no matter what, if I ever need to take time for myself, that's going to be accompanied with letting other people down. And so I was trying to learn how to allow myself to have time and not feel guilty about it. That was very hard. And also feel like I can manage my team or even my clients during times of personal time, if that makes sense. Like, it's okay for me to rest, but also coach other people. Where sometimes I would feel like, oh, I'm resting, so who am I to tell people to go? But I realize it's just a part of the game. You know, that's okay. So that was a big lesson. What else do we have here? I reckon the 3-line takeaway that ChatGPT gave me, which was pretty cool. Win overall. I built the strongest version of myself mentally, physically, and emotionally while growing SMA through its most foundational year. Thank you, ChatGPT. It definitely feels like that. I think every single year, which is kind of why we work in this space of personal development or health and fitness, is because we come from the personal development space. We understand the benefit of building ourselves and gaining value and improving our mind, our physical, emotional stability and growth. So that's a big win. Learns, systems, sleep, and boundaries are the real power of Source. When they're right, everything works. So really focusing on clear systems, sleep, and setting boundaries when necessary. That was a big lesson for the year. And that certainly helps me stay more consistent and do more work, because I work a lot currently, but I want to do more. Like, I know I'm capable of more. I know I could hold more. I could do more. I could achieve more, and I want to. It's not that I don't want to either. So it's been really good to set systems, sleep, and boundaries that allow me to do that. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about in a lot of our podcasts, is creating space to do the things that we want to do, to have the power, the confidence, the courage to do things that we want to do in our life. So that was a big lesson. And the final one, stretch, holding intensity without burning out, trusting delegation, and letting go of guilt to step into the next level. That's been my biggest stretch for the year. But that was, everything from ChatGPT. That was my whole entire year summarized within like 10 seconds, which is crazy. Thank you for listening. It didn't take me 10 seconds to share, but that's my whole year in a nutshell. Thank you.
We need like a round of applause in the background.
Yeah.
Like a cheer.
We should probably try. Oh, I don't think there was one, was there?
Nah, I think we're into that. So that was very good. That was a very good reflection, Nav. And it's funny when I'm like skimming through mine, I've got mine up on ChatGPT as well. And like one of my little things is like one of my notes is she says use ChatGPT to summarize notes, clarify thinking, apply systems theory to my goal setting. So it's been a fantastic tool using this literally as a tool. And getting to understand it and really seeing that, okay, this really is where the future is going, because these are really, they're just very powerful and efficient tools that everybody's going to be using.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually want to start sharing a couple of my kind of key learnings that I really enjoyed, because I find that lessons are always my biggest wins outside of the material success and things that I have. So for me, and it's really big, being the main kind of motto or framework of how the whole year's panned out, is that to be very input focused rather outcome focused is one thing that's been like an overall theme of me for this year as well, is like kind of wrapping up on feeling super anxious. I feel like even though this has been the year of being 32, it feels like all those final loose ends from my 20s that have still been lingering in like across like 30 and 31, I find I like come to conclusions about things, or come to peace about things about myself or about the world, or I don't really know how to describe it, but just the way I see things and see the world, it's all come into place, and that's given me a good peace of mind, as I am now like a lot less anxious than I used to be, and that's been really a big theme as well. So one of those things, again, by focusing on the daily inputs, I used to be always vision focused, and I always used to be very future focused, and then that carried a lot of anxiety. I would use the anxiety to empower me and be of like anxiety and excitement are so similar. They're very motivating to the body, but they're just such heightened states to be in all the time. To go from anxious to excited has been just too much for me as I hit my 30s, and I feel like I've like skidded into my 30s and landed at 32 feeling all right about it, and really grateful for my 20s. But this whole year I've been focused on these micro actions of showing up daily in certain areas, and as the year comes to an end, I've been able to see the fruition of those habits coming into into reality is what I'm saying. And it's a lot different to how I used to approach things, and my kind of little saying is that success is linear. Inputs are linear, success is not, and which I'll touch base on in a moment. I'm starting to get some big wins around training this puppy, this dog, but fuck me, for like 8 to 10 months, it was just frustratingly minimal progress. And it was very disheartening, but I knew at the bare minimum that I had to do the daily things daily, no matter what, regardless of how I felt about the situation. I still showed up and did the daily thing. And I'm now at 100-something day streak on walking and training this dog. But I fucking, pardon my language, but I fucking swear to God, it's only like day 90 has it all like she started to figure it out, and it's.
You say you had millimole results.
Millimole results.
Sorry, that was in my head for way
too long.
Anyway. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just a great example of that. But that's one of the things that I've stuck to, is just like doing things more regularly, and it's been actually more achievable, because very much like my training as well. I've seen the best results in my not that I'm training for a physique, but I have seen the best results in my physique ever, because I've been focusing more on not being at a certain speed or a certain weight. I'm just focusing on training every day, giving my body that stimulus. My body's the most mobile it's ever been. Everything's just been focused on regularity, not how good that regularity is, and that's been a theme that's followed through. So success is a bit more of a scientific approach, daily inputs, long-term volume testing and measuring. Predictability equals peace. I've always loved spontaneity and adventure, and now I've kind of allowed myself to swing the pendulum the other way, and there are certain things that I really want to see happen in my life, and I understand that in order for these things to happen, I have to go out of my way to ensure other things don't happen, so they don't interfere with the things that I'm trying to make happen. So
the whole discipline equals freedom.
Yeah, it's just another roundabout way of saying discipline, boundaries, being more structured, just being more honest, being a bit more more honest with myself about what I'm capable of and what I can handle at one given time. Controlling the flow is a cool thing that I saw Jeff Bezos talk about recently. Scrolling Instagram mindlessly. He was talking about how his mentor was encouraging him to control the flow, which is that you are in charge of your business and you have a million billion ideas all at one time, and your job is to control how quickly and how often you feed that to your systems, which is your company, and you can't overwhelm your company with your ideas. And then he talked about the knock-on effect of doing that. Withholding information allows more time to break those ideas down, get more clear on them, and improve them, and then present them to the team when the team themselves is ready as well. And so even just taking that approach to my own personal life and just controlling how I manage myself and how I really focus on which goals I do focus on, and really what's floating around in my mind on a regular basis, like trying to stay focused on the task at hand rather than doing something thinking about the vision of where I want this to turn into, because there's that the anxiety comes back very, very quickly. I'm quite hardwired with anxiety, and so
I think it's like controlling the torchlight. Like you actually pick up the torchlight and you're controlling.
Yeah, exactly.
You're putting it on spots.
Yeah, exactly right. And navigating that is challenging at many times, right? So, seeing myself improve in those areas has been a big success for me as well. Overall, I'm generally happy with my personal development. I'm really happy with what I've done with narrowing the focus so that I can focus more on less to get more out of less, if that makes sense. Do less things, but that way the main things I can see grow. And I was chatting to my old girl about it, and she was like, "Josh, that's just maturing." I'm like, "No, I'm smart. I promise. I promise I'm smart. I'm growing up." So look. I'm up 10 kilos. It's good to feel thick and heavy again.
Big boy.
Yeah. It's nice. It's good. And
Josh's physique.
Yeah. I'm actually back to my stripper physique now. I think I'm bigger than what I used to be, but I've got that thickness back again, and it's taken a while. It's taken a while to get back to it, but again, focusing on the inputs, getting my cooking, my nutrition really well, but not always seeing many results, and still hitting many plateaus on the way. And I'm at this point where I've been real good for a good 8 to 10 months again, and it's just starting to catch momentum now. I'm really feeling like I'm going through a phase of some faster results. So I'm just riding that. I'm going to ride that through to Christmas. So look, overall, career's going well, training's going well, business is going well. I'm still a bit bitter about seeing the system kind of pseudo crash when we cancelled all those members. There's I don't know how much, if you want to say how much money was owed to us, that from the member debt that accrued from all the people that owed us money. There was a solid chunk of money that was owed to us as a business, and probably not going to get it back, to be honest. And we kind of cleaned out that debt and those debt members, and so the whole entire system is just red. But the core, the core lifeblood of the business hasn't changed. So just seeing that just is it's good and it's bad. Yeah, it's good and it's bad seeing the business be strong enough that we can then clean out in that way, which is good. It feels safe that we can do that. It means we're getting great feedback from the members, we're getting great feedback from our clients, and just when we look at the system, we're seeing great results. We're seeing great members getting results. So overall, very pleased about the year. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
This is a tasty burger.
Josh, after this podcast.
Yeah, I'm getting burgers after this. I'm pumped for it as well.
I'm going to go beat my family at darts simply because
Chris is going to beat your family.
No, they beat me.
What are you doing? So, there's a couple of cool things that happened at the gym this year, but we actually had this massive storm that rolled through. And
craziest storm we've had in the 9 years that we've been in this facility.
It's the stormiest storm. Oh, here we go.
Stormiest storm.
The gym just starts flooding. Nav realizes it. Nav starts grabbing the
I was training my client, and I was looking at, my back was to the wall, and I was looking at my client, and my client's face as he points to the wall.
He's like, what the
and
fuck?
looks at the wall, and I'm like, what is he looking at? Turn around, and the wall is a waterfall. Like our actual wall was in the gym inside was an actual waterfall. And I'm just standing there like, we can't do anything. He's just a victim to it.
I don't know what I think I was scrolling memes in the office.
You were on the other side, I think, at that time. I think you were on the other side of the gym with the client, actually. And then...
No, you came in the office and you grabbed me out the office.
Oh, you could be right.
Yeah. I remember, like, pretending to be busy.
I was like,
what up?
Josh will miss the Noah's Ark. He's like, we'll just ignore that storm.
Well, I remember, and I come out and I'm like, holy fuck balls.
Yeah.
Like, we're on here, so...
Yeah.
We're just pulling equipment away from the wall just to get it clear of the flood.
These are the unexpected things in business, you know, like something that now I think I just so, like, just habitually have customized myself to is like the more we do, the more that we're responsible for, the more opportunities there are for there to be mini fires. That's part of business where you got to hire more people and have more support because, it's crazy. Every single year there's something. Every year there's something unexpected. It takes out like time. This whole experience took out like a whole week, right? Because we're having like pull everything up, dry things, clean things. We had and then having to get people to come out and fix the roof or look at the roof. It was like it was a long experience.
And then they didn't fucking fix the roof either. Back and forth, and then it rained again, and it's still leaking.
And it took months if we count all that.
It
was like a whole month experience. This whole one storm.
Yeah. And it fucking happens all the time. This other footage here is actually not our signage, surprisingly, but it's actually our neighbour's signage. That actually it got ripped down. So
both neighbours from both sides got messed up, eh? Yeah,
literally the wind's going sideways and the rain's going sideways to the point that you'll see one of our, it's actually Joshy and our, the signage have actually come down before the front door shut. So this signage has just, the wind's got so aggressive, it's ripped out entire probably like 4 or 5 meters worth of framing and signage and kind of billboards. That's a big gust that comes through. It's all flooding into the car park. All the tree parts are flying off. A lot of the trees.
We had to move the trees because people couldn't even drive in the car park.
Yeah, we had to shut our front door.
Yeah.
Now the front's getting flooded. It's all happening. And so that was happening at the same time that the back of our gym was flooding as well. So our members are at the front, shutting the front door, and then we're at the back trying to deal with the back.
The waterfall.
The inside
the water piece that we didn't
The water
want.
fountain.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, and we had to run out and help clean up the signage, clean up all the trees, so then people could actually park in the car park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. People's cars got hit by signage. I know Big Bubble, they lost their signage. So did the prospecting business to our other side.
Yeah, they did. They
only just fixed that signage, which is crazy. It took them months to fix the signage.
Really?
Yeah, they only just did it maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Probably take us longer.
Hey?
Probably take us longer.
Oh, if it happened to us.
Yeah. That's really cool. Look, we had a little funny story of I wrote here the crackhead smashed the front door. So apparently I wasn't in the building at the time.
I was here for it. I was there.
Yeah, was it pretty crackheady apparently?
Oh yeah. The dude was proper off his head because he so this dude was riding on his bike on the sidewalk. But it's strange, right? Because we get bollards. So out the front of our building, we have these they're bollards, right?
Yeah, the bollards, yeah.
So we have upright bollards. And on the inside of the bollards towards our business is where the door opens up, right? And it's like enough space for one pedestrian, maybe two if you really you could barely fit two in, right? Like if you really squish it, you could fit two people. But there's guys riding on the inside of the bollards and it was Josh, it was JR, our manager. He just opens up the front door to just open the door, right? And this guy is riding on his bike as fast as he can on the inside, opens up perfectly to the point that he just hits this door and his door handle smashes into the glass and shatters it. And then this guy freaks out. And apparently, actually, I forgot to mention this part, JR had seen him, he was kind of talking to himself at that point. So he hits the window and then he's talking to himself blah, blah, blah. Because off his head, and then he just rides down the side of the road. I actually thought someone had done something. I thought someone had actually attacked us, and I ran down. So I actually ran down the track because I heard it and saw it, and this guy was yelling. So I thought he did it on purpose. So I ran after him, ran down the track, but then ran outside, and the dude was had already gone He was next to the wreckers at that point. Yeah. He had ridden that fast. It was probably, what's that, a good couple 100 meters or something? It was pretty far. And he had ridden that fast since in the window.
He had crackhead speed.
Yeah. And that's just $500 out of our pocket. That's crazy, you know, because we had to replace it, get signage, and we had to, although we have insurance, because it's a pretty expensive window, we still had to pay like $500 excess. Yeah. It's just little things like that. Then we had to spend, thankfully, have good relationships with members and people that do our doors. So someone came out and did it that day, I think.
Yeah.
Because it was dangerous. Mitch did. Yeah. Because it was dangerous, because glass everywhere, it was shattered and open, and thankfully no one, I don't think JR cut himself. I don't think he had any cuts. No. Yeah, that was wild. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I missed out on the cool story.
Yeah.
As well. I don't know if I can show the footage, but next door got, they didn't get like aggressively robbed. They more got thieved rather than they got robbed.
The people that walked in and just...
little preemptive kind of... we managed to get our security footage on Zoom of where they parked to get their car and their model number. And then they were able to trace that off the street security footage because they parked really far away. And then they went next door, went and distracted the staff, got a bunch of metal detectors, and then rolled out. And then you can see them just like rolling past our doors with the metal detectors in hand. Yeah. And they've loaded up into the car, and then they fucked off down the road. And then next door's obviously come in. We've got our security. We got our new system. Yeah. We got the upgrade not this year though. We've had it for a little bit longer than that. But everything's on the app now on the phone. It's quite easy just to export footage now. So it's also bad because it means I'm like sometimes on it, like right before I go to sleep, I'm like, who fucking's in my gym right now? I'm like, on my phone, like staring at a screen.
Well, unfortunately, on that topic, remember the. Okay, we are in a dodgy area, somewhat of a dodgy area. Our gym is lovely, very safe in the gym and outside. Like you're safe outside as long as you're not walking around at midnight.
Functional gym in a dysfunctional area.
Exactly. But it was also when we just got them put in, and then our one camera at the back of the gym malfunctioned, and we had to get that replaced. And someone at the wreckers, they robbed the wreckers.
Yeah, the neighbors.
And they're like, "Yo, can we get your footage?" And it was the one time our camera was down, and we're like,
sorry,
we just never gave it.
Me no speak English.
Yeah. Espanol.
I don't know.
I don't know why I say Spanish when I'm speaking French. Tu parles français?
Yeah. I want to share another quick little random story. It's this only happened the other day, but it was the birds in the back. So at the back of the roller door, there's just like the existing the business that was in before us. They were like a machinery workshop. So the roller doors have like kind of a cage / frame like that's built around them, and so part of that there's this like column. There's this pillar, a big steel pillar, and it's somewhat hollow. It's full of debris in the bottom of it, and that pillar then has a frame that comes off it and it sits in the shade. And so we've rolled into the gym, and then Nav's like, "Oh, you check out the birds at the back." And we've looked at the back. There's all these birds at the back. They were chirping around. And then Oceane and I go, and I was like, I'll put a little bowl of water up there so that they can have it because it was quite hot. And I scared the birds off. And as I went to put the bowl of water up to the thing, I saw it that would fit in this column. And I go, okay, I wonder if there's any birds in this column. I better not put a bird like pin a bird in this because it's going to be quite dark in there. And so there's this galah that went viral because it was trapped at the bottom of this power pole, and these tradies were able to kind of fish it out and rescue the bird. And so shone my light down there, definitely no birds, cool, put the bowl of water then, and then we went back and did our work, and the birds came back and appeared to be drinking out of the water bowl, and then eventually they left. So then a couple of hours later, when I was leaving, I'm like, I'll just double check again. I'll check the water bowl. So I've taken my work light at the back of the car, and I've shone the light down there, and there's a fucking bird like 1.5 meters down this fucking column. I'm like, fuck. And the bird looked obviously quite distressed, and there was like the carcass of another bird that's been trapped down there like even however long ago before, so it's not the first time this happened. Anyway, so found some chain in the storage, tied it to a little cup, and we were able to like fuck around for a bit and fish this bird out. As soon as we got it out, it flew off and it was all sweet. And then I put the bowl back over, make sure there was no other animals in there, plugged it in, and now the next day the birds came back and they're drinking out of the bowl again. So it was really, really, really nice.
Finches, they're cute little finches.
Yeah, but just a little bird story of little bird friends. And
SMA birds.
Yeah, one of them died. And I did actually check the security footage, and he was just being a loose fuck. This bird's just like doing loops, just spinning around figure eights, and then just does a sharp turn, and literally just goes shoop, like that.
Into it.
Shoop. Real quick, I'm doing a fast chopping action. Just like comes out of nowhere and just nosedives like straight into there.
Oh. He
Just
probably knocked himself out.
Being
even.
you know when your kid's fucking running in circle around the room and just clotheslines himself on the table or something, and you're like, well, that's what you get for running circle. That's happened to the kid, to this bird. So,
Kid bird.
anyway, so that's pretty much it. We're pretty much just going to wrap up there. That was just a couple little fun stories. There's obviously we do stories all day, but we just want to drop a little quick shorty episode in there. We might even check our social media. We've got some cool wrap up testimonials and good results that we've had that we really want to share with the members as well. So keep an eye out for that of our little breakdowns from there. And thanks very much for watching.
Listening. Well, we'll see you in 2026 for even more. Lots more. Always more. More and better and all of the, all of it.
Yeah. Join our gym, buy our shit, download our programs and train and get results, and then tell everyone
healthy.
how good we are.
Yeah, be fit. Love yourself. Love us.
Love yourself. Yeah. Peace.
Cool. Much love, guys.
See ya. Ciao. See you the next year.